Hey, you guys, thank you for listening into this episode of Tips with T. On today, we are going to be talking about financial goal setting, achieving milestones with intentions. All right, just the same way we have regular goals throughout our life, we need to have financial goal setting. It's very, very important if you want to attain financial freedom, if you're trying to get out of debt, if you're trying to buy a house, if you're trying to buy a car, or even if you just want to save for your emergency fund. Financial goal setting is the key. So setting financial goal is the key to achieving financial freedom and stability. But without a clear plan, goals can feel overwhelming and unattainable. So in this episode, we'll break down how to set realistic, intentional financial goals and provide actionable steps to help you stay on track and reach your milestones. Okay. So why does financial goal setting matters? Let's start there. It provides direction and motivation for your financial journey. It helps you make smarter money decisions by prioritizing what is important, and it reduces financial stress by creating a sense of control. All right, a lot of people they tend to get very, very stressed out and overwhelming when it comes to their finances. So setting goals can help you to remain calm and not get overwhelmed and not get stressed out. Okay. So I don't know if you guys ever heard of SMART goals, but you can do SMART goal framework for your finances. So to set effective financial goals, you can use the SMART criteria. Okay. And so we're going to go through and we'll walk you through SMART goals, and we're going to go through and we're going to talk about how we can align this and use this for our finances. So, of course, S stands for specific. So, clearly define what you want to achieve. So, an example, if you want to save $5,000 for your emergency fund, all right, that's a specific example or goal you're trying to do. M stands for measurable. Track your progress. Okay, this is how you're going to track your progress. So, example of that, I'm going to save $500 per month for 10 months. Okay, that is how you're going to track your progress. A stands for achievable. So, you want to assure your goal is realistic based upon your income and your expenses. Is that realistic? Can you save $500 per month for 10 months? R stands for relevant. Align your goals with your overall financial priorities. T stands for time bound. So you want to set a deadline to create urgency and accountability. Okay. So that's how you can use the SMART goal framework for your financial goals. We're going to now talk about the types of financial goals. So I teach this with my children whenever I do summer camps. We talk about short-term goals, midterm goals, and long-term goals for our personal life, but we also break those things down for our finances. You can do it for your finances too. So some short-term goals, which is goals going to be between 0 to 1 year or to any months to a year, can be building an emergency fund, paying off small debt, and sticking to a monthly budget. Those can be some short-term goals. So midterm goals are considered goals for like 1 to 5 years. And that can be paying off credit card debt or student loans, saving for a down payment on a home, and increasing retirement contribution. Okay. And then some long-term financial goals, which is going to be like 5 years or more. You can achieve financial independence, building generational wealth, and planning for early retirement. Okay. Those are some short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals that you can set when you're coming to your financial goal setting. Okay. Um, Now we're going to talk about some steps to achieve financial goals, because there are some steps you need to do to put in place so you can achieve your financial goals. So step one is assess your current financial situation. So you need to calculate your income, your expenses, debts, and savings. You want to identify areas where you can cut back to fund your goals. Okay, I do this on a regular basis. I have scaled back on some things because I'm trying to put money somewhere else, or I'm doing a overall picture where I'm realizing, hey, I don't really need this service anymore. I don't need this subscription anymore, so I'm cutting it off altogether. Okay, so make sure you're doing that type of evaluation when it comes to your finances and your expenses and your debts and savings. Step 2, you want to prioritize your goals. So focus on high impact goals first, paying off high interest debt before saving for a vacation. Okay. I know some people get their priorities all jacked up, all wrong. There's no point of going on vacation if you're going to come back stressed. Vacation is for you to unwind and not be stressed. But what's the point of taking a vacation when you are in debt and you're going to come back even more debt when you can use that money to pay off towards a debt? So make sure you have your priorities straight when it comes to you trying to pay off debt or um, save money and things of that nature and set yourself up for the future. Okay, we have to prioritize what is a need and what is a necessity, what's a luxury. We have to prioritize our financial goals just as well as we prioritize our personal and professional goals. Okay. You want to avoid setting too many goals at once. Stay focused on 2 to 3 major objectives. If you try to have more goals at one time, you can get overwhelmed. It can cause you to want to give up. It can cause you to lose track. It can cause you to lose focus. So you don't want to do that. So don't set too many goals at one time when it comes to finances. 2 to 3 goals, and once you achieve those 2 to 3 goals, then you add more goals. Okay. Take it one step at a time. Step 3 is to create a plan and a budget. Break down large goals into smaller, manageable milestones. Allocate money towards your goals in your monthly budget. Okay, everybody should have a budget. Even if you have a business, you should have a budget for your business. You should have a budget for your personal life, for your household. You need a budget, okay? And so you want to make sure you put those type of things in place. Step 4, you want to automate your savings and your payments. So set up automated transfers to your savings accounts. Use apps that round up purchases to save spare change. So you want to automate your savings. If you are a W-2 employee, you can get partial of your check deposited into your savings account and the other partial of your check going to your checking account for bills. You can do that. Or you can set it up somewhere manually inside of your account that whoever you're banking with. You can set up, monthly transfers from your checkings to your savings every month according to your pay and how much money you are able to put into your savings account. Okay. So keep that too in mind. Step 5, you want to track progress and adjust as needed. So you want to review your goals monthly and make changes based upon life circumstances. Celebrate milestones to stay motivated. Okay. Um, I don't tell people like when they're going through this, don't deprive yourself now. Now, some people can be very frugal and be like, no, I'm not going to treat myself till I get to where I want to get. But make sure you're celebrating the small wins. I don't care if it's something simple as just taking yourself out to dinner. Long as it's not busting your budget, you can celebrate small wins. Okay. But make sure you are celebrating your milestones and stuff that you are achieving, because achieving financial freedom can be stressful at times. So we want to make sure that we are doing those type of things. Okay. And so those are the 5 steps. Okay. To achieving financial freedom. So I'm going to go over those steps again. 1 is to assess your current financial situation. 2 is to prioritize your goals. 3 is to create a plan and a budget. And 4 is to automate your savings and payment. Lastly, 5 is to track your progress and adjust as needed. Okay. I'm going to give some tips about overcoming common financial goal challenges. So lack of motivation, right, can be a challenge. So break goals into smaller wins and track progress visually. There can be unexpected expenses that arise. That can be another challenge. So you want to build an emergency fund to avoid setbacks. Income fluctuation. So adjust contributions during slow months, but stay consistent. Some people, we are entrepreneurs and we don't have a steady income. And so our income per month can change. So you want to fluctuate those type of things. Okay. When it comes to trying to save and plan. So I'm going to give a list of some recommended tools that you guys can use to help you when it comes to setting your financial goals. There are some budgeting apps that you can use. One is called Mint, which tracks your spending and saving goals. The other one is called You Need a Budget, which helps allocates every dollar towards a goal. Another one is called Good Budget, which is great for envelope budgeting. Another one out there that's not on my list that I haven't wrote down. It's called Every Dollar. Every Dollar is a app too. Okay. Um, for savings and investment apps, there's Acorn, which rounds up spare change for savings and investments. There's Digit, which uses AI to analyze spending and saving money automatically. There's Betterment, which help with automated investment for long-term goals. For debt repayment tools, there's UDebit, which is customizable debt payoff planner. There's Tally, which helps manage the payoff credit card debt faster. And then for goal tracking apps, there's Personal Capital, which tracks net worth and financial goals. There's Goal Setter, which is a savings app for individuals and families. And there's Honeydew, which is which helps couples manage financial goals together. Um, and you guys, if you are old school way, where you're not really into the digital things of that nature, I do have a financial planner. If you will go to the show notes or the description box, I have a link where it has ebooks. You can go there and you can purchase a financial planner, where I have it set to where you can break down your midterm goals, your short-term goals, your long-term goals, all that type of things for your finances. I even give different ways that you can set a budget, different ways that you can pay off debt faster. So go download that financial planner. It is on sale right now for $5.99. I have used it with previous clients. They found it very, very helpful. Also had a person that was able to get a hold of their budget, get a hold of their finances by creating the budget, and they were able to purchase their car, as well as it helped them to improve their credit score because they were struggling with their credit score, they were struggling with their spending, and they needed a new car. So we sat down, we went through, we created a financial budget for them, a financial plan for them. We also was able to see where money was going where, and with that being said, they was able to get a grasp on what was going on. And so what happened was they ended up, getting their credit together, getting control over their finances, and they ended up buying a new car. So very, very helpful too. Highly suggest you guys go download it and purchase it. Okay. It's only on sale for $5.99, and it's the financial planner. So some actionable takeaways for you guys. I want you to write down one short-term goal, one midterm goal, one long-term financial goal. Okay. Use a SMART framework to refine each goal. Download one budget or savings app to help you keep track of your progress. Okay. If you don't want to use the apps, like I said, you can go purchase the financial planner with the link. It's on PayHip and it's $5.99. That will be helpful too. And then that way you can write down your short-term goals, your midterm goals, and go through the planner. All right. So achieving financial goals takes time, but with intention, discipline, and the right plan, success is possible. Focus on progress over perfection. Every step counts. Give yourself grace. Okay. We tend to beat ourselves up, but this is not new to everybody. This is not something that comes naturally to everybody. Sometimes this is new, and these type of things are really not taught in school. So don't beat yourself up. Give yourself grace. Okay. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to you might have a couple of setbacks, but it's not how you have a setback, it's how you bounce back from the setback. So make sure you're giving yourself grace. Okay. So I hope this episode was very helpful with you guys. Make sure you share this episode with someone who needs it, who needs to take control of their finances to set meaningful goals. Okay. Because we are in a time where financial goal setting is going to really matter because of the type of economy that we are currently living in. So thank you guys for listening into this episode of Tips with T. I hope you guys again find it helpful. Make sure you go download the ebook on PayHip. It's for $5.99, currently on sale. And I will see you guys on the next episode of Tips with T.